Excusez-moi, madame. Où est le Buckingham Palace? Why does that smell like lemon chicken? Hello, everybody. Hello, Amy. Thanks. Welcome to Kitchen Gadget Testing 40-something. And if you missed any of the others after this video, don't forget to have a marathon, put on your sweatband, because boy, does that go on for a long time. Check out the rest of the playlist, which you guys love as much as I do. We're going to crack on pretty quick, but as always, before we get started, before commenting down below, please consider a lot of these gadgets can help people with disabilities and actually help them get back in the kitchen, which is awesome. All right, very important thing to mention. Of course, we have some novelty ones like always, but there's some good ones today. I'm excited. Let's do it. Imagine you talking to another friend about another friend who's saying, hey, can he make it? Has he got a bike? Can he come on our bike ride? And he says, no, he does avocado. That's right, that was my unnecessarily long tie into an avocado gadget. Let me start calling them gadgets. Kitchen craft for healthy eating, the 5-in-1 avocado tool. There are many avocado tools on the market, as we've talked about quite a lot, and I just wonder what the 5 things are. So let's have a look. Cut, slice is 1. Protective cover, is that classed as 1 as well? Okay. Adjustable destoner, very useful for people in Holland. Mash and scoop. What was the other one? Oh no, that is 5. Just about. I'm going to keep this to hand just for reference because of the 5, it can be quite forgetful. There's many languages on the back, but look, I quite like the way it looks a bit like a fish, particularly a shark. I wonder if they did that on purpose, but why would a fish and an avocado sort of relate? I don't know. Kind of off the scale. Fish pun. That is quite sharp, yes. That's your destoner. Ah, so you lay it flush with a halved avocado, stab that into it, lift your stone out, and then you scoop the avocado out with this bit, and then you can mush it with this. Oh, 5-in-1. Ooh. So here is an avocado. It looks a little bit like a pear, doesn't it? It's ripe and ready, just like me. I'm going to take off the barcode because we don't need that. So this knife, oh, that is sharp. I should hit the stone. I have hit the stone. I'm going to go over and I'm going to go around and then I'm going to go like this. Oh, yeah. Where was that? It was quite big in the 90s, wasn't it? Like Wayne's World. I love that film. All right, so we'll now move on to the adjustable stone thing. So you've got like 2 hooks and pointy things on either side. So we latch that in and then we push the other bit into it. I hope I'm doing this right. And then, looks like a little heart. It looks like a wooden heart, doesn't it? That didn't feel that great. I'd imagine you could probably go, in fact, let's try it. I thought you could go, oh no. Anyway, that did work. And then you can get your scoopy bit and sort of go around. Oh yeah, that works, an absolute charm. And what I like about it, other than user error, that's the role I play, you generally keep quite a clean hand. And the last thing you can do is apparently, well, we might chop it up a little bit rough. Feels quite good, doesn't it? I'm quite excited by this. That is a bit bendy. No, I don't really trust that, but a fork would be fine. You know, 4-in-1 tool is perfect, although protective cover isn't really, Look at that. We're kind of making the world's worst guacamole, but I'm really, really impressed by that. That looks good, right? But wait, there's more. Imagine you've mashed up the avocado, but then you're like, oh no, I don't really want it right now because I'm doing a video and I might eat it once I'm finished filming it. That's me. And it can discolor, so you can actually counter that by putting some citrus, I nearly said something else then, citrus juice, some lemon lime on there. That does stop it going brown, or you can use one of these. This by Joey. Fresh Flip Avocado Pod Guard Avocado Reversible. That sounds so much better. I opened it Hulk Hogan style. Huh? So this is basically a really cool pod thing. And what you do, here we go. If you've got an avocado, right, like that you want, I want to keep it fresh, you stick it in there, it's airtight, it's good. Can I drop it? I can't drop it that well, you could duct tape it, but I think it's more just for anti-colorization. And what I really like about it, because we mashed up our avocado, imagine you've done the mushy, and you're like, no, I don't want it yet, my party isn't till tomorrow. Check this out. We can flip, oh no, other way around, right? You flip it over, so whereas the avocado was sat in there, I guess you could do that end as well. But this is like a dipping pot. So you could serve it straight in this. And look at this. You put it on that way and you've got like, I mean, it doesn't look the most attractive right now, but that is air sealed, it's tight, and that is your dip ready to go. What I do like about it is you can kind of like eat it on the go, like there's really healthy people that you see in general. So let's role play right now. I'm at Buckingham Palace, I'm in Hyde Park in London, and I'm just walking through the park, but I fancy munching on some carrot and avocado, okay? This is it. And that's a corgi, all right? Oh my God. Oh, hey, I'm just going to Hyde Park. Oh, wow, I just saw the Queen over there, and I got myself a carrot and I keep in my top pocket, even though I don't have a top pocket. And I got my avocado. I keep going in this park now. Bye. Needs some flavour, but you get the idea. It's pretty cool. This next one is pretty novelty, but it's actually genius if you're a father or a mother. This is by Fred. Remember they did the DJ plate? Waka 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 fresh. This actually arrived at the same time, but I thought, no, I'll hold it back and show you a different version a few videos down the playlist. Dinner winner. This is basically turning eating into a board game, which is actually something that I came up with and put up in my cookbook before I even discovered this 2 years ago. But they've actually turned it into a real thing. My idea was actually just sketching one out onto like a dinner mat, but this is a real thing. You put your individual portions in, and at the end, oh, there's actually cheese on that one. You've been rewarded with a block of cheese, whereas I would probably do something a bit more naughty, which I'm going to do. But obviously you need to start and work your way through. I was thinking, when I had my idea for it, you could roll a dice, but obviously no, you go, no. You go, So this is just some mixed vegetables, and I'm actually just gonna bung it in the microwave to steam it because I'm really the only one that's gonna be eating this. I think it's gonna be plastic, like the last one was. I was gonna say no instructions. How many players is it for? But this is basically it. It's cool, it's like a proper dinner tray. And it's got some non-slip feet that do slip. I'm not going to torture myself too much, and I don't think this is fully cooked through, but hey, I don't mind. And I've just put a little treat under the finish, so let's eat it and reveal what my pudding is. All right. Well, I'm doing it in reverse so you can see it better. Here we go. Medium rare cauliflower. You shouldn't have. Not too bad. Right, let's speed it up. As a dad of two girls who are very picky eaters, in fact one in particular is very picky and one is very flexible. I'll let you guys comment down below which you think is the more picky one, but I've done that. I think it works really, really well. You are my mum and dad. Thanks, mum and dad. I've eaten my veggies. Please can I open the finish? Thank you. Oh, M&Ms, you see that in the finish. This is by Joey, the framboise. Cosette poissoir. I thought framboise was strawberry, but this is actually designed for raspberries. I'm probably wrong. I like it. It's basically a pot. It's basically quite similar to the avocado. It's made by the same people, but it does have an internal colander. So you can wash your raspberries and then stick them in your travel pod and munch and mange as you walk away with your framboise. So there's me raspberries. I've never really been a huge fan of raspberries. I think it's the bristles, the fact that they're sort of semi-hairy fruits, a bit like a dog. You're semi-hairy, aren't you, Boston? They kind of put me off, but these need to be washed just in case. But dogs are allowed to have raspberries, and he doesn't really care. I'm holding food for you, boy, and you're not even acknowledging it. There it is. You see that? Go on, Ames. Get the raspberry, girl. Amy's got it right. She's just like, I only come out when I'm needed for food, then I go back to my bed. So nice and washed raspberries. Okay, so we open the pod and we dock. Well, we don't actually need to sit it in the colander actually, because they've been washed now, so we can just pour them straight in to there. I guess this would work with strawberries as well. That'd be great for Wimbledon. And there's a little groove there, so does this lock? I think it does, yes. I can't get that lid off at all. Amazing. All right, so now I am Pierre. I'm a French tourist lost in London, okay? Ouh là là, qu'est-ce que c'est? Je ne sais pas. Excusez-moi, madame. Où est le Buckingham Palace, place? I'm running out of French. But the point, sorry, is that you open, you unlock. Look, I really want a raspberry. It's like one of those Japanese finger lock things, but no. I do like a little icing sugar on my raspberries. They're a bit bitter, aren't they, without that? But this is lockable, whereas the avocado wasn't. Raspberries are actually quite delicate. Will this work with a traditional roll across my garden? I'm going to play the role of someone who's put their trainers on quickly, playing polo, but who wants to row raspberries on the floor rather than join in with the polo game. Well, I say, we better check what our raspberries are like. They rolled, the lid didn't come off. Brilliant. Oh, wow. And maybe that these raspberries are quite cool, but these haven't got damaged at all. Raspberries do get squished super, super easy. I'm really sorry, I don't know where that sort of review of this product went with the whole horse thing. It was just lying around there. But generally, I think this and the other Jolene avocado thing for a picnic are actually pretty darn cool. So, and obviously, like I say, strawberries in there as well, all other bits of salad, wee bits like that. Cool. As you know, before I start a video on my channel, because it's mostly about food, I have to go to the supermarket to buy my ingredients. And this 100% happened this morning. I went to the shop and I forgot my steak. So it was a mistake. I missed a mistake and it was a mistake. It kind of backfired. But here, boom, are 2 rump steaks. And we're gonna ram some flavour into one of them. This, ladies and gents, is the one that's vibrating. It is actually right. It's going, ooh, I've not opened it yet. This is the Flavour Injector. This uniquely engineered tool has stainless steel blades that pierce the meat to tenderize, while the 3 flavor needles, not just 1, not 2, you have 3, inject your desired, good words, inject your desired marinade. Oh, look at it. And there are no instructions. What? So I think that this is like, means that it's on, and that would be off. And the semicircle, why? Oh, they, I don't know if you can see that, are very sharp. I just got to work out how to get stuff into it. If only there was a gadget to help me pour something into a vessel. Now this gadget, which will help us get the marinade in, and not really needed, but I want to show you it because I don't know what else to do with it. Helted pouring spout. And what I like about it, it's a bit like, is it Kiss? Rolling Stones? Yeah, with the tongue. It's basically a simple spout, which I'm going to wash. Its primary purpose is to make the owner of a pug that has a sticky out tongue. Okay, it's not for that at all. Sorry, mate. I will wash this out again, but it's circular because it will cling to a bowl. Now, most bowls don't have a spout. I don't need it, but I'm going to pretend I need it, all right? So we basically take the tongue thing. Oh wow, to be fair, as silly as that looks with the tongue, I mean that just looks really weird now. It's clinged to that really well. It's silicone, so it's flexible, so it really does go on there quite nicely and snug. I kind of trust this. My only fear is with fluid. I mean, it's pretty tight, whether it would go under it, but there's only one way to find out. Now, my favourite sauce at the moment, I'm just putting it on everything, like everything, and it goes really well with chicken, is like hen. It goes really well on hen. This is Frank's Red Hot Sauce, okay? And I know that many of you are thinking, Barry, you've got like the bottle there, you could just pour it in like that. But I wanted to find a reason to use this gadget. In fact, I didn't even know I had it. I found it when I was foraging this morning for which ones to show you. So that's just gonna go there for the minute. I've given this a wash and I've got 1 steak that I'm gonna tenderize. I'm not gonna put flavor in it, I'm just gonna tenderize it, which this does as well. So, is that right? I don't even know how to get this bit out, the bit to put the flavour in it, but you know, this is kind of working. I don't know if I'm doing that right because there's no instructions, but I'm pushing it down, it's piercing it, it's making it really holy, but I want to get my hot sauce into that, so I've really got to figure out how to get this off. Oh, I've worked it out, I think I have anyway. I don't know if you can see, if I twist it, it's really, really stuck in there. I'll put that in there, and then I'll turn it off, right? Which I imagine puts some sort of blocky thing on the little holes at the bottom of this. Let's see if we can get the hot sauce into it. On the tongue, come on. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's brilliant. And, you can't see it just yet, but I can. it seems to be rising. Oh, look, it's injecting. Okay, right, I'm gonna get that other steak out of the way because I don't want that to ruin my experiment. I want that to be clean. Oh my gosh, it's all over the lens. Because I like it so much, it's not the worst thing to get on the lens. The true story from the giant bunny video, there's actually a blob of blue silicone on my on-off button now, and I'm just kind of leaving it there as a bit of a token, a bit of a memory. Ah, it wasn't turned on, was it, either, so it wouldn't go down. Oh, this is a nightmare. Right, let's try it now. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's all over the dog. No, oh, bustin'. Right, we're back, and it is not going well. I'm going to put much less in this time. Look at that. It's just all spilling out. Right, there's something in there. That is one good thing now, because it's wet, it is actually opening without me having to touch it. It is ramming flavour in there. Not in there, just from the stuff that's sat on it. And there's a little bit in the needles. That's a pretty good tenderized steak, to be fair. It's pretty flat. I'm going to tidy this up, pat dry it, but I want to see if the actual hot sauce has gone into the steak, which is what the purpose of these needles are. All right, so we've now got 2 steaks. I've given this a really good clean, actually, and it's starting to weep. So there's definitely flavour in there. I've sliced it in half. We'll just use that one half, and we'll use this bigger piece of steak here. And we're going to cook them at the same time. We're not going to do anything too well done, and probably going to cook it for about 8 minutes in total. That, just for a point, is actually a little bit fatter because we didn't tenderize it as much. And that's the hot sauce one. Now I'm thinking, because that's thinner, and also because it's got the hot sauce on it, that might have more of an oil content in it, so it could cook a little bit quicker. Oh, that looks amazing. There's a little bit of sauce left in the pan. Now, for both of them, just like any good meat, once it's had a pounding, it needs to have a bit of a rest. So I'm going to let it rest and then taste test. Okay, so just while they're resting, you guys know how much I love cheese. This is by Creative Kitchen. Is that the second one today? Not heard of them before. But yeah, here we go again. Cheese slicer cuts thick and thin slices in one easy stroke. With new built-in cheese fork. So it's like they brought it out before and they're like, no, it needs something else. It needs a cheese fork. So there you go. All right, so that's it. Oh, there's your cheese fork. Look at that, that's a prong. And then this is that's like a cheese wire? How's it adjustable? Oh no, that one is slightly thicker. Just need to give them some flexibility. All right, I've got some red Leicester cheese, which I don't like cold like most cheeses other than mozzarella, a few other ones, but it looks nice. It's a nice color. I like it melted. This, put it up in line with it and down. Tell you what, that's, is that the thick one? That's the thicker one. I want it thicker than that if I like cheese, you know? So let's flip it to the thin one. Okay. There's hardly any difference between the thickness there, but to be fair, it did cut it quite well. I do like that it's safe, and you know, look at that. I can like, almost like a violin. So I like what they've also saying is that you can do it by pulling it towards you as well. So I can go, oh, that's nicer. Oh, I like that. That's good. That's good. And that was a thick one. And we do a thin one. Oh, that's actually really good, to be fair. That is good. And then you get your fork. Boom. So I guess I don't really do cheese. I guess it's quite useful. Can't do it like that, but I've got some leftover steak. Oh, now that I could eat. All right, so here we go. This is the standard one that we just tenderized a little bit. Oh, I do like my steak rare. I really do. But it really wasn't about that. We'll test that in a minute. This one should be cooked better because it is much thinner. But this is the one that's flavored. So yeah, look at that. Still some pink, but you know, the difference, the height alone when we tenderized it, really did change that. So this is our standard piece. Oh, wow. I mean, it's steak. I mean, for any vegetarians or vegans, I'm sorry, but that is pretty good. Super soft and moist as well. In this, It's a thinner, but I'm hoping for a juiciness and maybe that flavour. Actually, those juices that are sat there, I guess that's going to be the sauce. Oh my God. Wow. That is sensational. Oh my gosh. It was like every fibre and every strand. I mean, it's moist as well, but the sauce is in the fibres of the steak. Oh, that is phenomenal. If only I'd like put some cheese and pepper. Oh my. No joke, that is insane. That is so good. That is the Gadget. Let me go get it. It's in the sink. It all got a bit bad, didn't it? I mean, here it is. I just got it from the sink. I mean, it didn't work for me in terms of, I didn't have the instructions. It felt a bit fiddly. It went everywhere. But I'm glad I pursued with it because that really was phenomenal. So if you do get one of these, get the instructions. It'll probably work out way better and cleaner than mine. But that is seriously good. All right, let's finish with something sweet, and I'm not talking about pictures of me when I was a kid growing up. This, by Creti Bocca, is the microwave cake maker. You might remember on a recent Gadget video we did, check out the playlist, have a marathon, sweatband on, all that stuff. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Press that subscribe button, all right? Nearly 1,500 videos for you to peruse over. We did the microwave brownie maker, which was actually pretty good. So this is the same concept, except it's a cake maker using the Creti Bocca cake mix, but you can do it with all of it, except the chocolate swirl cake. I really wanted to buy the swirl cake mix and see what happened, but no. Make a cake moist, rich, fresh in 5 to 6 minutes. That's pretty cool. So you need your cake mix and your oil, water and eggs, or as we found out recently, just a bottle of fizzy drink was fine. See, I don't like this because it does help you. It says cake mix goes in there and then 2 eggs, oil, and then water. That's good. The problem is the instructions on the box already tell me what I need, and I've got them already weighed out and measured. Okay, let's try and do it like this then. All right, 1, 2 eggs, and that's the oil, and there's a line for it there. That seems quite high. For the water, it's got 2 lines, so a chocolate cake mix has a slightly more water amount, but any other mix, I'm going for a lemon cake, goes there. All right, that's it. And the cake mix goes in, but only about half of it apparently. All of that then apparently goes into there. Okay, why couldn't I have just made it as the packet instructions in a bowl and then just tipped it in? Creti Bocca could have saved some money by not adding that, but it's pretty cool. Now comes the whiskey step. Microwave uncovered on high for about 5.5 minutes until the surface is dry and a cocktail stick inserted comes out clean. So I guess meanwhile I can try and clean up. I could make the second half of the cake mix, or I could just kind of chill out and breathe. I'm going to do the latter. I think we just baked. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Oh, I see steam and I see something that looks like a sponge cake. Ooh, put it up there. Definitely like bubbly, isn't it? Oh, it's quite deep as well. That's good. Oh, it's come out clean. Perfect. Right, I need this again. Let's turn it out. Oh, oh, look at the steam coming off that. Smells like a Chinese restaurant. Why does that smell like lemon chicken? That is an insane sponge, fair play. Because this is still hot from the microwave, if I add the second mixed sponge in there now, it'll probably start cooking it in there. So I'm gonna leave it just for a moment and then I'll frost it with the other bit on top. I'm baking. Oh, second hot cake coming right up. So this is cooled down a fair amount, not enough as I'd normally like it, but it's enough for the Creti Bocca frosting. This is like, you know, for an emergency birthday or something like that. This is a really good quick get out of jail thing. Right, I've had to let that cool down for about half an hour because I did not want to wedge that buttercream between, that's pretty good, look at that. Between 2 hot sponges because it would just, obviously it's butter, it would just melt out. So let's frost the top. There we go, cake. Oh, a little tougher than the fizzy drink version which I tried before. That was a really delicate sponge. This, you know, with the eggs and that holding it together. Oh, tell you what, it's not been a bad lunch for me, has it? Yeah, nice. It's not as tough as a baked cake. It's kind of almost like springy and almost like sponge-like, but it's fine. That is a perfect lunch. Steak and cake. We've done well today. Trying to figure out which was my favorite gadget today. The injector tool, although it wasn't perfect, it's just got so much potential, and that steak was so good. The avocado thing was cool, but if you've seen any cool gadgets, do send me links, but please check out the fuller playlist first of all to make sure I haven't reviewed it. Of course, it could be upstairs anyway, but it's all good. I really appreciate you guys enjoying this playlist as much as I do. So from me, from the hot sauce all over the kitchen, from the pugs who've played quite an important role today, and of course Lizzie, goodbye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.